跟我在这儿吧。啊，刚好我这资料刚不是。
手机在呢，拿一下就行。
你们走一走。
让他拿吧。这么个小包还不好办。不用麻烦了，你收起来吧。哎，咱们别再添乱了，这弄都特紧张啊！开了。
对。
怎么找？
找着呢。到最高点。
欢迎乘坐上海磁浮列车。本次列车前方到达线龙岩路站，东至浦东国际机场，线路长约30公里。在行车过程中，请注意保管自己的贵重物品。祝您乘车愉快。Dear passengers, welcome to take Shanghai Maglev train. The destination is Longyang Road Station. Shanghai Maglev demonstration line begins at Longyang Road Station in the west and ends at Pudong International Airport in the east. Total length is 30 kilometers. Please keep your valuables during the train operation. We
А что делает? А это Макдональдс по-шанхайски. И, видимо, еще какой-то фастфуд. Миниатюра под названием «Прибытие поезда». Я боюсь, меня сшибет, если вдруг будет прибытие поезда. Что?
어차피 저거 지나고 나서 그때 문제.
самолет. Филиппинский.
Или какая большая птица.
who was a driver of the horse carriage that we call carretela, because there were not a lot of cars during that time. So the best way to travel was by horse, the carriage horse. We call that carretito. But then in the latter part, he was able to save money. The jeeps of the Americans were phased out. In 1950s, he came up with an idea to make it longer, elongate the Jeep. And then what do you call this? He made money. It wasn't enough. The seats were not enough. So he decided to make it longer. In 1958, he launched it. That's the jeepneys. Top of the machine, that represents him. But unfortunately, in 1970s, he had a competitor. He had a competitor that made jeepneys also. So his business was going down. There's so many manufacturers of jeepneys today. It's sad to say Sarao died of heart attack, and his family is taking care of the jeepney. Is also trying to take out the jeepneys today because there's so much, thousands of jeepneys everywhere. In Metro Manila, all you have to do is just wave your hand if you're going to. There's no stopping anywhere. Stopping anywhere is boarding, loading and unloading. Okay? And then you pay the jeepney driver by telling your seatmate, a stranger that you don't know, can you please pass? These are so much in the Philippines. It is one of the problems of the Philippines. So they're trying to lessen the jeepneys. We are now at the walled city of Manila. This is the old Manila. The walled city is called Intramuros by the Spaniards. Okay? Intra is a Latin word for within. Muros means walls. In all government buildings at that time with the Spaniards, no Filipinos, no Chinese were allowed to be here. And at that time with the Spaniards, the Chinese had to be Christianized. If you have to be Christianized, you have to cut. It should be made of stone, while above should be made of wood, because the Philippines is prone to calamities like earthquake, storm, and so on. So it's durable, it's more stable that way. Okay, and the other houses are, well, most of them, the design inside are coming from Great Britain. Their interior design and reform. Okay, let's take a look. Here is the seat of Archdiocese. It is beautiful from the outside, but San Agustin Church is still more beautiful inside. There's a wedding, I think, going on right now, but there's a mass going on. Now, the Philippines, by the way, since we have 92 million Filipinos, 83% of our population are Roman Catholics. Okay, we still carry a lot of cultures coming from the Spaniards. Okay, we believe in so many saints. We have so many festivals, and festivals are normally done on January, the month of January. You travel around the Philippines, in the Visayas especially, you see those beautiful beaches that Eddie had placed in his board. Okay. They don't like war. They like happy things. Okay. Why do you think my last boyfriend, my Australian boyfriend, we only dated for 3 days. The first day, he was laughing and laughing, but the second day I was talking more of history, and then he was already frowning. Okay. The third day he gave me a gift. It was a package. So when I got home, I opened the package. It was a Scotch tape. To tape my mouth. Of course, I'm just joking. I'm just making you guys laugh. Anyway, let's have a very nice. Yes, and then let me get to know the lady in. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Where are you from, ma'am? From England. I love that accent. I love that accent. Anyway, okay, I don't know why the British actually left also the Philippines in 1764. They ruled Manila for 2 years only. After that, they gave us back to the... After what, Pepe? They still forgot to close the gun. Okay, so here we are. This is Makati. So what is the population of Makati alone? 100,000. Daytime, 2 million, which means 1.5 million cars come in. This is the area that you cannot see jeepneys just, and it's powderized. All you have to do is just light it up and just throw it in the streets. That's the Filipino New Year's Eve, where so much people they end up in the hospital. The Comelec walked out. Slowly, people went against Marcos. Even the military, until the time the military gave up, they went on the side of Ninoy Aquino's side. Then when the military went on their side, that's when Marcos decided to step down, okay? The one by the Filipinos. So she became the first female president of the Philippines. Although, even during her term, there were still people that went or opposed her, okay? The ambitious politicians that wanted to take over. President Corazon Aquino followed Manila. They do not want to go back to their country. $50 million, okay? This is where General Dog, and in Australia, that's where he officially said, I came through and I shall return. Of course, his return to the Philippines, the island hopping, was helped by the Australian code breakers, and they were called the the largest, the greatest war battle in history. That is Bataan Peninsula over there. Like I said, that's 2.5 miles away. That structures that you see are the oil refinery that they call Total. Now, would you like to take pictures here with Gregory Peck? No? Huh? Did you see one? You saw one already? Okay. Good for you. I like this is Malinta. Because there are thousands of the Philippine macaque monkeys. But you know, monkeys have their own kingdom, okay? There's one here and one in the area. They normally fight entrance of the Malinta Tunnel. The Malinta Tunnel is the biggest bomb-proof shelter. It is the most intensive construction of the Americans. It had 54 laterals and sub-laterals. Caballo is a Spanish word for the horse. This was fortified by the Americans. It was called Fort Hughes. That one had 17 guns, okay? It was a part of Corregidor, but when this volcano erupted many centuries ago, it separated Caballo. You are in a crater of a volcano. This is now considered as inactive volcano, okay? Mount Pinatubo was an inactive volcano.
Okay.
Okay? So, I don't want to reactivate this volcano.
Good, right
okay?
now.
Okay. Now, you notice a smaller island far, straight ahead, a little to the right. You notice a small... entrance. Later on, you'll pass by this and you'll feel air, okay? But nevertheless, if the Malinta had a capacity of 8,000, that grew to 15,000 people. It's going to pass the main lateral, okay? This does not exist anymore. Normally, tourists normally walk all these laterals because they're all connected to each other. This one is slowly caving in, and no one is allowed to go to the hospital anymore. Okay? A portion of this gate remains original, the upper portion. government. But they have a distinguished thing. You will know if one was a Philippine scout during the time. They had a trademark. Their nails were kind of long and thick, okay? All of them had that.
So I had to register my credit card. Yeah, so that's all right. So when we go to the
These building is what cost American government. That was in
which is amazing. You can find it and I think she would be interested with other kind of tree.